What's up, guys? Welcome to Wet Paint on the Couch.
We get tired. Get your coffee too. Your post.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. By the time you see this, it will be July 5th, and that just means that I'm inconsistent, which, if you're a fan of this show, you love it. Happy Freedom Day. Happy Beer Drinking Day. Happy the mail's not going to come around till Tuesday Day. And if you had that Amazon Prime shipment, you're pretty upset because you were waiting on those new spoons to come in. Excuse if you can hear the fireworks in the background because my neighbors are rednecks and it is 9:50 p.m. and we're still rocking and rolling. So I wanted to talk about today an issue that I had about a year ago. Me and my wife have a friend who invited us to a lake house for the 4th of July weekend. And we were pretty excited about it. I took off work and, I was ready to freaking just wind down and have my flip-flops on the whole time and drink a beer on the water in a fucking tube. And then she told us she had Sea-Doos and her dad had a boat. So I have this whole picture in my mind that I'm about to have one of the best times of my life until I got there. So this place was about 2 hours away from our home in North Carolina. It was a little bit further up northwest in Virginia. We were all excited. I think me and my wife and our kid Levi. Prepped all weekend, or prepped all Friday to get there. I was checking our GPS because we kept seeing these mountains instead of water. There was no lakes or rivers or oceans or anything. And I thought we were lost. Maybe we put the wrong address in the GPS. So I pull it up on my phone. I'm looking at it. I see nothing but brown. See, I'm a satellite GPS guy. See fields. I'm scrolling. No body of water. I told my wife, I said, I think we're freaking lost. So she goes, there's no way we're lost. We put the right address in, with the right city, the right zip code, all that stuff. Well, we went there. We called our friend up and said, hey, look, I think we're lost. The address that the GPS is on is in like a field. And I don't think I'm retarded or anything, but water is blue on the map. So she goes, yeah, you guys are going the right place. And I go up there, I start fucking zooming in and zooming out and going up and going left and going right. There's no water. So we pull into, we take a right into a residential area. First warning sign. We go down this path. We see a dirt road with one of those swingy gates. Not a warning sign, but maybe a plus sign that we're going on some private property. Maybe they have a pond. Maybe this girl got a lake confused with a pond. Maybe a private pond. Shit. Still go swimming. Still get the inner tube. Still sit there and drink beer. There's a deck. There's a boat. And a Sea-Doo. All these nice thoughts in my head. Or maybe it's a pond that is fairly new that Google hasn't taken a picture of yet because it's on private property. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe the government blacked it out. That's what I was thinking. The government blacked out this portion of lake or water, body of water that we planned on going to. We pull up. There's a trailer in the middle of a field. Not one of them nice fancy double wide trailers, but a single wide trailer. And I go, shit, this place is abandoned. We go around. Our friend comes running out the side door with her boyfriend. And I go, hey, where is this lake? There was no highs. There was no, hey, how you doings? It was nothing like that. It was, hey, where's this lake at? Is it further down the path? Do we have to walk? Should we drive? Do we offload? Or do we just keep going? Or do we turn around and go back to North Carolina? Because this is bullshit. So she comes up running out. Hey guys, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And I go, hey, where's this lake? And she says, oh, the lake is we got to drive about 20 minutes to the lake. 20 minutes to the lake. Thinking to myself, wow, we already drove 2 hours here. We should just drove 2 hours or 2 hours and 20 minutes to the lake and just parked. Because the only reason why we were here is before that lake. We like you. You're a friend. You're a pal. You're a chum. But we came here for a reason. This idea was so big in my head. See, most of the time, I was telling my wife the other day, I got this idea of something and it's this big. But when my brain starts settling down and life kind of hits, the issue or the plan is this big. But I'm all out here. And I think that's a problem. I got fucking either poison ivy or something bit the shit out of me. So yeah, we were upset about that. That was about a year or so ago. I think it was a year ago. Pretty disappointing time in my life. That lying bitch about that lake. Don't mean to use the word bitch, but when you lie to somebody like that about a body of water and that person has a whole plan in their head about how their weekend's going to be and how their life is so horrible and this moment was supposed to make everything better, and then you lie to that person and then now their day or weekend is going to be miserable, you deserve to be smacked in the face. Yeah. So, don't lie to your friends about lake houses and AKA your parents bought a trailer on a piece of land. And you just so happen to live by a body of water. Everyone lives by a body of water. I'd have more fun filling my bathtub up with water and sitting in it. But yeah, lake houses, man. That shit fucking sucks when you lie to your friends. That's what I wanted to talk about for the first half. I was going to get serious, but then I'm like, I don't really feel like it. So I had to think about a story on the fly. Let's talk about significant others. And since, we're on the family thing with the wife and all that stuff, how do you know when you found someone that you love? I remember the first time that I met my wife. Well, at that time, side Jane. I had one kid, she had one kid. Her kid was a little older. My kid was turning there. And I remember the first time that I laid my eyes on the beautiful, succulent woman. We were, like y'all know, I work at a tire warehouse. She walked in to pick up some tires, and we had a guy there who was a very strange man, and that's why we were talking. Try to learn his ways. And I looked at him, and when I saw her, she walked in like a fucking goddess. Like light glowing around her whole body. That, and she had a fake tan. So the light didn't have anywhere to go on her body but off of it. So she had a glow. And I turned to that guy and I said, I'm going to marry her one day and I'm going to eat her butthole. And then I told her that later on in our relationship. And then she just seemed like it fit. But yeah, I didn't stop. And let me tell you something. Let's just say mission accomplished. All the time. I try to do it as many times as I can. Your boy does it. Everyone does it. Don't be upset. Like I said, I was going to get a little serious, but I'm not. I'm trying to avoid it, or I'm trying to step up to the plate and be serious about it. The less editing that I have to do, the better. So right now, it's a 13-minute video. And about 15 minutes of it is going to get cut off. But yeah, 4th of July. No one knows what it's about. It's about of course, they tell you what it's about with the freedom and all that stuff and independence from British. And in my opinion, I think that we're due for another Independence Day. The government seems to have a lot of control over things. But we don't make it easy for... I'm not even going to go down this road. Yeah, I will. We don't make it easier. We don't make it easy on the government. Because everybody wants something. You know? White people want something. Gay people want something. Transgender, the LGBTQ plus 5-7 want something. The black people want something. Asian people want something. Actually, no. You know what? I don't think I've ever met an Asian person that's from Asia that comes to America that actually wants something. Huh. It's impressive. But yeah. Everyone wants equal rights. Everyone wants to be a cat if they want to be a cat. Everybody wants to be a fucking fan if they want to be a fan. And then social media blows it up. And it's so crazy. The biggest topic is the making abortions illegal or not legal. Giving it to the states to vote on it or decide what they want to do with it. The Christian community is very, very huge on not wanting to do it. I get it. That's what you think. Then the people that don't, they just want you to leave them alone. But the problem is there's nobody out there saying, hey, look, just leave us the fuck alone. Let the American people do what they want to do. If I want to go suck dick, let me go suck dick. If I want to go get a tattoo, I want to go get a tattoo. You have people in history marrying a fucking horse. I seen the other day on TikTok, a fucking chick was rubbing against a goddamn Ferris wheel named Bruce. Who does that? But hey, look. If that chick wants to rub her clit on the side of a fucking carny ride, let her go do it. You mind your business. That's not fucking with you. Now, if you take your kids to the carnival and little Jimmy that's drops his popcorn because he sees a fucking a lady over there greasing the bolts on the fucking Bruce, then yeah, say, hey, look, dude, I see more people get pissed off at people cutting them off in the street than they are about their rights in America. Let me ask you a question. You're driving down the road, somebody cuts you off. Okay? Somebody cuts your car off, almost hits you. That car that cuts you off, flicks you off, boom, you're so fucking pissed and furious, right? You're so mad. You're so mad, and you want something to happen to that person that fucking almost hit you and hurt you. Right? So y'all are going on down the highway and almost hitting each other and causing so much hecticness and all that shit. And you pull over and y'all get out. Both of you get out. Start fighting. You beat the shit out of each other. One of you gets arrested or you kill one another. Whatever. Why don't you feel the same way with somebody affecting your livelihood? Why don't you get that mad when someone tells your daughter that she can't be who she wants to be? Your sons who they want to be? Why don't you get that mad? Why don't you get mad at the teachers for not teaching? Why don't you get mad at your government for not governing? It's like we all get mad at the wrong things. Do you know why we got independence? Because a group of people said fuck it. And a group of people that would probably be labeled liberals at that time. I don't know. I'm not a fucking history teacher, and I really don't give a shit because, like I said, I live my own life. But I got three boys that I got to worry about for the next 40 years. I got a wife who has her own rights for her body that she feels have been taken away from her. That's my wife. If any man came up there and smacked her in the face, depending on how big he was and how I felt at the moment and what we were talking about beforehand, I'm not going to let that guy get away from smacking her in the face. I don't know fucking karate. But I'm saying these are things that I have to live with which affect me. Now, if she feels upset, I have to do something about it. But she has all right to do it herself. Welcome to America. You know? What the fuck was I talking about? But what I'm saying is a group of people who didn't like the way the government, and this was, what was it, the Tea Party shit? Because they were pissed off that the government taxed them, or the fucking king taxed them on tea, and they jumped on this boat, threw that shit to the side, and that's how the fucking revolution started? Because they were protesting, and then motherfuckers got shot at the Boston Massacre. So, what I'm saying is a group of people changed the way things were. And it's crazy, too, because, like, the Capitol building being stormed was, like, everybody was so upset about that shit. And it's like, man, you know what needs to happen right now? A bunch of women need to fucking storm the Capitol. A bunch of women need to storm the fucking doors at the Supreme Court. To do something about it. Because guess what? 4th of July. Into fucking pendants. But no, we want to sit there with our fucking fingers on the keyboard and say, hey, look, you're a faggot, or you're a bitch, or praise God, or you're black, you don't need to be here. Some bullshit. We're attacking each other. We need to be attacking the people that set all this shit up. We're chess pieces, okay? We're the damn NSYNC guys on the fucking music video. And that girl is the government. I'm sure she shoved JT up her thing. They cut that part off at the end of the music video. I'm just saying. We're all fucked up. Okay? Let me tell you something. I don't have a view or an opinion on stuff like this because, for one, I don't give a shit. But unfortunately, I have to because, like I said, I got 3 kids, I got a wife, and I love them dearly. And they have voices, you know? And I got a lot of friends that are like, and that sounds very fucking retarded. Can't say retarded, but I'm going to. Because it's my right. 4th of July. My son's autistic, so I'm allowed to say it. But I got a lot of friends, man, that, I got a lot of gay friends, and, I got a lot of black friends, and I got a lot of Asian friends that don't say nothing because they're Asian. They do math. But I don't really give a shit what people do, as long as it's not affecting me. And I think a lot of this shit that's going on is teeter-tottering on the Tim thing, because I have a right to let my kids discover things on themselves. My kids are very impressionable. People can talk my kids into anything, just like they could anybody else's kids. Especially my youngest, who's autistic. If he's watching YouTube and Matter of fact, let's take it back. So, when I was a kid, I was probably maybe 11, no, not 11, maybe 12, 13. The Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, The Killers, all those guys, Avril Lavigne, and stuff like that. All those music artists were on MTV, and it was playing and playing and playing. I used to watch MTV before I went to school, or getting dressed and ready for school. And those bands were freaking awesome, and I wanted to be just like those guys. I thought they were so freaking cool. The chicks dug them, all that shit. So what I did was I dressed like them because I seen how it was, and I really enjoyed it, the way they looked. And I thought it was, like I said, thought it was cool. So I dressed like them and learned the songs and hung out with that crew, and then I took that information and brought it to my group of friends, and then they started liking them, and everybody started liking them, and then and then of course eventually over time we all developed at the same time. The thing about it was it all got classified as a category of emo. Okay? Emo. This was the same time MySpace was around and shit like that. And when I Googled emo, I ran across some stuff, and it was like two guys kissing and like the kids cutting their wrist, and that was in the emo meant emotional, and like it was like a lot of suicide shit, and it was like, damn, I'm 12, 13 years old with access to the internet, who only looked this stuff up because the TV showed me a genre of music constantly. It was a hook. Then I Googled it, and I learned about suicide and self-harm and homosexuality and all this stuff. And it was like, I had questioned a guy that I knew had liked it before me, and I actually asked him, I said, "Are you gay? Do you like kissing guys and stuff?" And he said, "No." He said, "That's like mainstream stuff." And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But to me, I used to do all that stupid shit, man. You know what I mean? But my friends know, like, because that's what I thought the scene was. I thought it was like, slitting your shit, and like, that shit's horrible. Like, that shit's horrible. But I know a few people, man, that, really did a number to themselves because it was just like, they just thought it was that scene, and like, your parents weren't there, and you really vibed with that group, and, it spoke to you because it was like, hey, like, we don't, there's no one there to help us, and we're lost souls, and fucking, Black Parade, My Chemical Romance, and all that stuff like that. But, that's how much people can be influenced. And I think that people need to be very careful about what they put on social media. It's like, dude, you had motherfuckers having sex and getting AIDS because they were gay, and there were still gay people. You don't have to. And that was all closeted stuff. You don't have to boast about it. It's like, damn, dude. It's like, I just be prideful. Yes. I can't really explain it because it's all in my head, and it's hard for me to pull it out. I need that Dumbledore thing that you stick in your ear and you pull the thought out and you put it in a water bottle. This is stuff that it's like stuff that gets on my nerves. I remember one time me and my wife got into a 3-day argument about the Texas heartbeat thing. And I'm pro-choice. I wouldn't even say I'm pro. I'm pro. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm a centrist. You know, don't put your shit on me. I'm not putting my shit on you. I'm here to make you laugh and make you feel better. Do I think that as far as the abortion thing, what blows my mind is how many of y'all bitches are getting abortions? It's like people are up there like, holy shit. Like, you look like the prohibition. Regulate it. Don't regulate it. But this I read an article about the 10-year-old that got raped in Ohio. That Ohio denied her abortion. That's fucked up. If the Christian people can't see that as being fucked up, is like you're almost birthing evil. Because what is the percentage of people that have been molested as kids that end up growing up and molesting other kids? It's genetics. It's your brain's all fucked up. I didn't want to get so fucking deep on here. Man, it's just been really like weighing on my fucking brain. Everything you see is like people are, hey, look, if you don't like this, you know, delete me and stuff like that. It's like, I don't want to fucking delete you. I like you. You're my friend. You're my buddy. I like shit you post. Go back to posting memes and making everybody happy. The problem is this situation is a meme. What's going to happen is it's just like BLM. All in Ukraine and all that stuff. All the people it doesn't affect, it's a meme. They go back to their regular lives. If you're a woman and you're not getting an abortion or raped or anything like that, and this never happened to you, in 2 weeks you're not going to give a shit. And the same thing with men. You're not going to give a shit. No one's going to give a shit about this in 2 weeks. And that's what the government knows. It's a shitty situation. Look at Texas. What about the kids that got murdered in the school shooting? What are we doing about that? No one's talking about that. What about all the cop situations that we're going through? What about the taxes that are going up, inflation, the fucking gas prices? What about all that stuff? It's a speck on a news feed. This whole thing. And that's the problem. In 2 weeks, there's going to be something else that happens to us. A spaceship's going to blow up. Those people in fucking St. Louis or Japan or whatever is going to open up the portal. And everybody's going to jump through that motherfucker and go into the world that they want to. America. Happy 4th of July. Like and subscribe.
Business hours, Scuba Steve. We get tired.